Welcome to WROL Broadcast. I am Hate Mail. With me today we have the boy,
Yo, 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 what's
who
up?
you may have just heard recently from our John Stewart Green Lantern show. We're going to be doing a bunch of these back to back, and if you are a patron, we will have a before the sale ends for Blackhand. I am leaving on vacation, so got to get these out. So on to Star Sapphire, who I think you're going to have a lot more positive review than you had with John
Star of
Stewart.
the month.
Yes.
Star of the month. If you tier listers don't pick her as the tune of the month, I don't know what you guys are thinking.
Yeah, she's. I don't. I honestly don't know how you could pick anybody over her for this month.
I have no idea. She is so good now. Like, they gave all of their rework creativity juju to Star Sapphire.
And
They made her so good.
and her debuffing is just
It's
unbelievably
insane.
potent.
It's insane. It's insane. I go into Siege and I see a Star Sapphire on the other team and I'm like, okay, I have to get to her because if she AoEs my team, my tunes aren't going to do damage for like 2 turns.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
4 strength downs and 4 downs for 2 turns is a lot,
it neuters
and buff
a
immunity.
lot and buff immunity on the whole team. That's that move alone right there. I mean I'm not on the tier list team, but that move alone right there might push her to S tier.
She's gonna be. She's gonna be one that's gonna be probably right up there, or just shy. I mean, she's a high A, low S type character. Um,
For everybody listening, if you want, M4 took her to Rebirth 5. If that doesn't tell you how good she is, I don't know what will. Just saying.
I was kind of surprised by that. I didn't expect him to do that quick. I mean, knew he wanted to take his new thing is to take the Siege tune if there's a good one
Hmm.
high, but I mean, yeah. I've seen a lot of high rebirth Star Sapphires already,
Yep,
and
I took mine to 5.
really only really big complaint about her is that I mean her damage is strong. It's not
Yep.
crazy, but it's strong, and her survivability is good, but it's not crazy. But going to RB5, I'm sure puts that kind of into the scene.
It kind of gives you that extra HP, that extra, different resistance pool to kind of deal with things. But even at regular, even at L5, I mean, she gets crit immunity like freaking candy,
Yeah,
right?
I
Like
mean,
with her passive, um, if you run her with any buffers, every turn that those tunes buff, she has 75% chance to get crit immunity every single time.
well, I've been running her with Artemis in the Siege because there's so
Mm-hmm.
many blues. So I've been
Mm-hmm.
running those two together a ton, and Artemis just always has crit immunity, and most greens can't kill her very easily to begin with. But
Nope.
when she's always got crit immunity, it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. I mean, even Arcus has problems if he can't crit some of these reds,
Yeah,
right? You get a, you know,
she can kind
uh,
of survive Arcus a little bit with that. I mean,
yeah, exactly, right?
everybody has RB5 Arcus anymore, it seems like, so she doesn't usually, but
They're out there now. They're
yeah.
out in the wild. um, but she's so good. That double hit on the basic. To be honest, when I first read the reveal of the kits, I was like, okay, that might be useful here and there, right? She has to be overhealed to do it, but when
It's
when
so
you
easy to
build,
be overhealed. It's
dude,
just
it's
so
so
easy.
easy. It's so easy. I mean, you can be overhealed so easily even without bringing Lex anymore,
Well, and what I
right?
like too is that I know some people are complaining that she didn't buff on her basic anymore, but the last thing she needs is to be great with Lex because she's already powerful enough. And
Right.
I like the int down and strength downs because that really gives her a niche that a lot only really
Hmm.
Jessica Cruz is seems like. There's a handful of
I,
characters, but she really
yep.
neuters.
Her and Jessica Cruz together with Saint Walker lead, super fun.
Yeah, it just shuts
Super
down
fun.
intellect characters entirely.
Oh, yeah. And strength down characters.
Yeah, but I mean with Jessica Cruz, just intellect
Well,
based
yeah.
characters do nothing. So
Yep. Yep. Another team that's really good with her is, we saw it a couple months ago with the Medfill Jessica Cruz combo. Now you can slot in Medfill Star Sapphire not have to bring 2 greens there, and I mean she does pretty close to the same int downs as Jessica Cruz, but she also protects against strength. So that's been a pretty fun comp too.
Yeah, I can see that. She's awesome. I mean, she's well worth gearing. If you're on the fence, gear her. You won't regret it. Her overheal is absurd. And now a word from our sponsor.
Do you want to know all of the insider info only owls get access to? Like...
Hey Owls, don't tell anyone, but I'm going to give you the secret to the Alliance boss so that we can win. When you attack the boss and kill him, you get points. And when he dies, you kill him again. And you get more points.
Whoa, that's like seeing into the Matrix.
Become a Patreon now for only $1 a month. Just go to patreon.com/WROL Broadcast and get access to a special episode available only to insiders.
This recording will self-destruct.
Hey y'all, this is the Aqua Bear from Atlantis After Dark, and you're listening to WROL Broadcast.
Let's talk Legendary Order, because I think this is one that I don't know if I'd change from what I had before, but I know some people think that the 1 should be first. I still lean towards the 3 because that buff immunity is just so potent.
The buff immunity is, and it's a team wide. It's not like it's like the entire team gets buff immunity. I think 3 is first. Yeah, and 2 turns. It lasts 2 turns.
I mean, it shuts down Lex, it shuts down Azrael.
I think the buff immunity is only 1 turn.
I thought it was 2. You're right, maybe it is 1 turn.
Yeah, I think the buff immunity is 1 turn, but the strength downs and int downs, those are 2 turns.
Either way, stops Lex, stops Azrael, stops Arcus. I mean, those are your big threats.
It stops Power Girl. It stops. It stops Lex, right? I mean, that's kind of like the big deal. You know, you pop that on there, and all these teams that are like, "Oh, I'm going to bring Lex and buff and get over here." Well, no, you're not. Hold on.
Yeah, and I like that the AI opens with it every time, so on defense.
Every time. It's so annoying. But yes, it's great at the same time.
So on defense, it can kind of neuter the Lex teams. That's why you're seeing in the Siege, you don't see much Lex. It's all Martian Manhunter.
Martian Manhunter. All Martian Manhunter. And Guy Gardner lead.
Yeah, Martian Manhunter.
Patented by me. No.
Yeah, I noticed. I saw that whenever I went on the Siege a little bit ago. So after the 1... Or after the 3, I think 1 almost has to be next.
Yeah, 1. You bring the 1 next. And then I think that's where it kind of gets...
and would you say those are the 2...
Those are the 2 that you need.
Like, those L2 is kind of your sweet spot. What you need to be to get the most out of her kit if you're...
I would say 3. L3 is probably where you're going to want to be. Because I think you need her 4 a lot. Because that's where she gets the mends and the crit immunity on herself when people get buffed. So that allows her to overheal without using her second.
Okay, so I'll put L2 minimum, L3 as the sweet spot.
Yeah, I would say that.
Yeah, I definitely went with her 4 next, because the 2 mends and the crit immunity are...
That's the candy, right? I mean, that's the money right there, is that crit immunity. Because she's blue, I mean, there's a lot of high damage reds out there right now. We won't say names, but...
Really only 1, but... I mean, that's
seems to be the only red that I see nowadays.
Yeah. We'll have our It Was 2D Right episode eventually. So.
Oh, jeez. Hashtag 2D was right.
Yeah. So...
So yeah, and then I would say that I think 4 would be the third one you take, and then I don't know.
I would go with the 2 next, just because the Purging 4 debuffs is.
Yeah, that was
useful.
good. Purging 4 debuffs.
I mean, I use it to clear bleeds or stuns or whatever.
And it purges 4 from her too, I think, right? Because it's from each target. Because it's
I think so. I'm almost certain because I know I've used it in Siege to clear Star Sapphire debuffs.
And I'm pretty sure it clears it from the person you targeted and Star Sapphire because it says each target and it targets both. So
yeah, I'm almost certain. So that's pretty good. Sure, that one. Useful. And then The
And then
last
5.
one would be your 5. Just, I mean, it's a good ability, but you don't ever want to plan your team around dying.
Yeah. Yeah. But she's so good, dude. That 3, 1, 4, 2, 5 order there. She's so good. Yeah.
I really like her
Now-
on John Constantine led teams too, because
Ooh,
she stacks
okay.
up all the debuffs, and then you can blast them with his 3 right out of the gate.
Oh, that's a and probably with a black mask too.
Yeah, I've seen
That's
I've seen a couple of
fantastic.
teams where it's.
I'm starting to see some black mask Cersei Sapphire Manhunter teams in Siege, and I'm like, oh, you guys, I hate you guys.
Yeah, I've been seeing that.
That one's pretty bad. I like her a lot, like I said, with Saint Walker, because if she's overhealed and she has even, 1% of shield, Saint Walker calls assist on her and she hits 4 times.
Yeah, that's it.
No one's surviving that.
Yeah,
Literally
it's
nobody
so
is surviving that. And then I mentioned the Medfill lead. I like her with Medfill teams.
Have you rebirthed your Medfill yet? I can't remember.
I haven't. I have the shards to go all the way, but I'm kind of... When I use a Lantern leader, it's typically either Hal Jordan,
Saint Walker, and then
Saint
now
Walker
Martian
and-
Manhunter.
and now Martian Manhunter. That's
Yeah.
right, Black Lantern Martian Manhunter. So Medfield's still kind of in that limbo space for me, but
Yeah.
Hope maybe WB gives me several months off here, and I can just kind of stock up on rebirth tokens and just finish out the Lantern squad.
I'm
that
thinking
I have.
they have to take a while off the Lanterns, but I would have never expected another Lantern month this soon. So
Yeah, we got 3 this year, so they kind of spoiled me. So
Yeah.
WB, thank you. I appreciate you guys. The final thing that I ask is, can we please get the Blackest Night Star Sapphire skin for a raid skin this month, please? That would be...
I thought we already had her.
No, not her Black Lantern skin.
That was
I want her...
terrible.
Yeah, that was terrible. I want the Star Sapphire skin. The
Oh,
skin.
okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Like she looked in the beta.
Yeah,
Just
that would
give
be
me
awesome.
that skin. Just give me that skin.
Yeah, that would be the
Zero
only other
work.
Lantern skin I would approve of. So-
Yeah. Give me that one and Red Lantern Guy Gardner, and I will not ask for another thing. Until Bleeze. No, I'm just kidding.
Bleeze is the only other Lantern I wouldn't mind seeing. I'm kind of over Lantern months. I want to see more. Everything
I would be fine with more with more other things, because I need some time to continue the other Lantern on the roster and get them going. But anyways, Star Sapphire. Fantastic tune. If you're thinking about gearing her, like Hate said, do it. She's awesome. She's great in Red Alert. She's great in PvE. She's great in PvP. She's great kind of all around the board. I think she's probably going to hit like a freight train in raids as a ×3 tune, if she is the ×3 tune, right?
Yeah. I
If
think
she's a rework.
Yeah,
Hopefully
she
they
should
don't
be.
give us John Stewart again.
Yeah, she should be. I would think she's going to be at least an X3, and she'll definitely be who you're going to use in raids.
Yeah. Yeah, she's so good. So good. Tune of the month.
Yeah.
S tier from Du Bois.
Very good. So we will end there, and if you are a patron or want to get an early review of Black Hand, sign up to be a patron. It's only $1 a month, and with that, we'll be signing off.
Hey, I'm Josh Uars. Thank you for listening to the WROL broadcast. If you like the show, consider becoming a Patreon. Just go to patreon.com/WROL broadcast and get early reviews on new characters. And for even more Legends action, check out my daily stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/JoshUars and watch my L5 Etrigan wreck the boys' Rebirth 5 Arcus.